This tutorial will explain incomplete dominance. Just as the word implies, in incomplete dominance, neither allele dominates. So, the phenotypic expression, what you will actually see when you have the hybrid genotype, will result in a blending of the information of both alleles. This will give you 3 different phenotypes. And for incomplete dominance, you can use 2 different letters to express the alleles. Instead of using a capital and a lowercase of the same letter, this way, when you see the heterozygous or the hybrid condition, you know that that is representing the blending trait. Here is one example of incomplete dominance. Andalusian fowl or chickens. If you have a black one crossed with a white one, and both have to be pure black, pure white, you will result in blue or sometimes gray. So as you see here, the genotype, to represent the white, it has to be homozygous. To represent the black, it has to be homozygous. And when you get the heterozygous or the hybrid condition, that's when you get the speckled or the gray or what they referred to as the blue color before. Here is another example of incomplete dominance in 4 o'clock flowers. Again, one allele is not completely dominant over the other. So in the heterozygous condition, both alleles are partially expressed, producing a third color, in this case pink. So if we use in our key capital R to represent red and capital W to represent white, when you have the homozygous condition, 2 capital R's, you get the red color. When you have the homozygous condition, 2 capital W's, you get the white. And in the heterozygous condition, the hybrid condition, that's when you get a blending of the 2 to produce pink. In humans, we have an example of incomplete dominance in hair. If you have the homozygous condition, capital H, you have curly hair. Homozygous condition, in this case, they're using, to distinguish the letter, a capital H with a little apostrophe at the top. So the homozygous condition gives you straight hair. When you have the heterozygous condition, capital H and the other H with a little apostrophe at the top, now you get a blending of the 2 and you get wavy hair. So in this cross here, they're crossing 2 parents that are heterozygous for wavy hair, and you can see that you will get 1/4 producing curly hair, 1/4 producing straight hair, and half will have the heterozygous condition, resulting in wavy hair. So the ratio is 1 to 2 to 1 for the genotype and the phenotype in this particular example of incomplete dominance.